My position on Medicaid expansion is that we should not do it now. I do not support the Medicaid expansion in the absence of the federal government turning over to Virginia control of our Medicaid program, as including an opt-out provision that is automatic if the federal government doesn't meet its funding promises. Now, having said that, I talked to Congressman Paul Ryan recently, who is the House Budget Committee chairman, and I talked to him about the prospects of the federal government keeping their promises of funding the Medicaid expansion 100% for the first 3 years and then down to 90% after that. And he said that regardless of whether Republicans or Democrats are in charge, it will not be possible to meet those funding thresholds. Neither party, doesn't matter who's in control, will be able to fund at those levels. That means that Virginia is going to be picking up a much bigger tab than right now it looks like on paper. My opponent hasn't said, he said he supports the Medicaid expansion. What he hasn't said is where's the almost $200 million a year in additional state funding that's going to be necessary when this is fully phased in going to come from? Is it going to come out of education? Is it going to come out of transportation? Or most likely, given his history, will it come from new taxes? And when we add in the fact that it is very unlikely the federal government will actually keep their promises, $200 million a year looks like a very low expectation in terms of what the state is going to have to be able to pony up for the Medicaid expansion. And it's worth remembering here, the federal government has broken commitment after promise after promise when it comes to the Affordable Care Act. Whether it was the high-risk pool that they abandoned early, whether it was the president unilaterally and illegally removing the employer mandate for a year, blowing a $10 billion additional hole in the financing of this whole program, or whether it's the exchanges, which are scheduled to come online October 1st, and we will see how that goes as it unfolds. Virginia did not get in the exchange, and I supported not getting in the exchange. We have a lot of problems with the federal health care bill that we're dealing with right now, and they don't even know what they all are. So it's awfully hard for us to plan, and it has been very economically disruptive. For instance, the 30-hour rule, pushing employees down below 30 hours. That's happened in state government too. I'm certainly not happy about that, but that's a reality of the potential for the Medicaid expansion. And one thing that hasn't been discussed much, where are the doctors and nurses coming from to serve the additional 350 to 400,000 eligible Medicaid recipients? I believe we need to focus on providing good health care for the poor families in Virginia that are in our Medicaid program now. As Attorney General, I've been the most successful Attorney General in the country at fighting health care fraud in terms of bringing more money back to Virginia and to all our sister states and the federal government as well with our efforts. I've had an awful lot of time to look at how we run Medicaid. There are things we can do to provide health care to our poor better and get them real health care solutions within the budget we have established that takes the pressure off the rest of the budget, because this has been the fastest growing, most out of control part of our state budget, and we need to get our arms around it. I support a number of changes on the Medicaid side that I believe will help us deliver health care to the poor better, and like I said, keep pressure off the rest of our budget, all while not expanding Medicaid, as that is not something that I believe our state government budget can handle, nor is it a set of commitments on the federal side that appear likely to be kept. And that's according to the federal government. Thank you.